Hey, baby, let's get away and go somewhere. Baby, can we? What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the Adult. All right, man, look. I can't see you. Maybe because it's pre-recorded. Oh, there you are. Oops. All right, man, look. First, I want to say this is pre-recorded. A lot of my show business partners, especially my day ones, they know that I will be in the hospital by the time you see this, for good reasons, though. Now, let's talk about the topic at hand. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence meeting in 2020. Crawford. According to Al Heyman and Bob Arum, they're talking about 2020. That's next year for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Hey, no jokes about Joseph Parker, okay? No jokes about Joseph Peter Parker with this cup. Not in the comments. Keep them to yourself. Okay. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Now, I want to explain this the best way I can. Many people feel that Errol Spence taking on Danny Garcia in January is avoiding Terence Crawford. And as I tried to say in my last live stream with Triple G and Derevchenko, Errol Spence taking on Danny Garcia in January is actually working towards Terence Crawford. I want you guys to understand this. And this is how it works. Danny Garcia has the WBC silver title, meaning at any moment the WBC can mandate Danny Garcia to be Errol Spence's mandatory. So Errol Spence is going to take on Danny Garcia ASAP. The reason why is because Terence Crawford, he has a fight with his mandatory, WBO mandatory, late December. So Errol Spence taking on Danny Garcia because Terence Crawford, he's busy late December around that time anyway. So Errol Spence taking on Danny Garcia, just fighting him before he becomes the mandatory, takes him off the table. Number two, it makes them both available at the same time. If Terence Crawford is taking on a fight in December, Errol Spence, the best way to be available for Terence Crawford is to have your fight around the same time, back to back ASAP, and that's with Danny Garcia. So fighting Danny Garcia isn't a cherry pick. Fighting Danny Garcia isn't ducking Terence Crawford. It's making him available for Terence Crawford. Do you understand that? So if Errol Spence didn't take on Danny Garcia now, Terence Crawford took on his mandatory, Gavrilakis, now, in December, I mean. Let's say they were trying to negotiate their fight, and then the WBC say, well, Danny Garcia, he's going to be your mandatory. Now that makes things a little bit complex. You'll have to rush negotiations because we all know that being unified, that trumps mandatory. But things can happen. We've seen it happen so many different ways. And if Errol Spence does take on Danny Garcia now, and then something happens in the future, all of a sudden we have Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia anyway, probably in April, and then that pushes the fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence further down the road. No, take on Danny Garcia now. Hopefully you get by him. Danny Garcia is a huge problem for any fighter. Danny Garcia can definitely beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence take on Danny Garcia now. Hopefully he gets by him. And now they're both available in 2020. You gotta peep game. ShowBizz the Adult. I'm going to do another pre-recorded video. And hopefully that buys me a little bit of time. So when I come back, you're not too far removed from ShowBizz the Adult. I'm out.